Thank you. Trying to maintain my tranquility. Life will be set once you finish your schooling. Life will be set once you get a good degree, or life will be set once you get a decent job. I am sure you all must have heard these kind of assurances before. I was not different, but for me, the biggest one was life will be set once I become a chartered accountant. Very good morning, everyone. 19th July 2011, the date on which my 5 years hard work was paid off. And I proudly added prefix to my name, CA Mayank Lakhani. On that day, I was on cloud nine and completely oblivious of what was ahead of me. Within a week of becoming a chartered accountant, I received a call from EY regarding a job opportunity at senior associate level. I was extremely happy, but to my surprise, I got rejected in the HR round itself. Then I appeared for an interview with KPMG and I got rejected there as well. I then gave series of interviews with number of companies like Renbexy, Bank of Baroda, Macquarie, and many others, and the answer was same, rejection. As a chartered accountant, I was sitting at home jobless for good 3 months. At that time, it was not difficult for me to understand why it was happening. It was happening because of a basic mistake I had made in a recent past. I had undergone my 3-year internship with a very small size CA firm, the firm which had shopkeepers and small factory owners as its clientele. And therefore, I had no idea, no experience in dealing with such large organizations. I never paid attention to my communication and presentation skills. I never formally learned Microsoft Excel. I never made beautiful PowerPoint presentations. I was a CA with just a degree, or in other words, I was a half CA. After some efforts, I could get a foot in the door of a relatively large organization, Grant Thornton, which hired me as a senior associate in the auditing vertical. And the real struggle started at that time. The very first audit client I was allocated on was Network 18 News Group. And the audit manager on that client threw me out of the audit team, sent me back to the office within just one day. Then I was aligned on another client, Moser Bear. It was a very big company back then. And the audit manager on that client again threw me out of the audit team within just 5 days. It was happening because of obvious reasons. No experience of dealing with such clients, poor communication, never handled large Excel files. I was extremely depressed and annoyed at that time. I was left with only two options. Option number one, to quit the firm, find a job in a relatively smaller organization where at least I could survive. Or to stay back, gather my courage, and give my best to learn what is unlearned yet. I chose the second option. During first 6 months of my job, in addition to my job responsibilities, I invested a considerable time and effort on self-learning and self-improvement. I refined my typing skills to enhance my speed and efficiency. I formally learned Microsoft Excel. I sharpened my email writing skills as well. And the effort I put in during those 6 months changed my life. While there was a time I was planning to quit Grant Thornton in just a month or two, I stayed there for good 5 years and I left the firm in 2016 as an assistant manager. And interestingly, in 2016, life came a full circle because I reapplied for an interview with EY, but this time I got succeeded. EY hired me as a manager. EY was the same firm which rejected me in 2011 in HR round, perhaps due to poor communication skills. But in 2019, EY sent me to the US for a 3-month secondment. And the most gratifying moment came in 2020 when, due to COVID-19, companies were unfortunately laying off the people. EY promoted me to a senior manager in the same year. Life, according to me, is never dependent upon achievement of certain milestones. It is always full of struggles, challenges, and problems. The way we deal with those challenges shapes our future. If I had decided to quit my job during my tough times, I wouldn't have been here where I am today. My hard work and dedication during my studies definitely made me a half CA, but the perseverance during tough times made me a full CA. Thank you.